Just in case they ain't get the picture the first time around.
I see you, hater. My motivator. Y'all make me greater. Yeah.
I got another box Chevy pulling up. It's an 87 LS Brougham. Finna get a panoramic done in it. Cadillac CTS. Y'all can see here I already done got most of these goodies. Got a Tiarra grill. And what you say these, who did these opera lights for you?
Sounds by the pound.
Oh, Sounds by the pound. Sounds by the pound, Sounds by the pound. You can see they light up, but you probably can't tell. Did it cost much to get that done? You know, that's my first time actually seeing that though, for real. Oh, the tail lights, okay. She got the Dakota digital. Billet specialist. She said he's gonna be 26s on here with the Caprice emblem. He done take his interior out because he said he ain't want nothing to get real dust in here when I'm doing the roof. Yeah, this the one I got for my OBS.
Yeah, you turn the lights off, it'll burn up a little bit. Right now.
I ain't been in no box Chevy. I forgot where the lights at. Nah, I'm finna turn the blinkers off. I ain't been in one so long. Yeah,
all the way around.
yeah, that's pretty clean now. Yeah, I could tell them the LEDs on the doors there. Yeah, you been putting in some work.
Yes, sir.
When you gonna be ready to be out?
Yes. I still got a lot to do for real. I'm just trying to get the short, quick stuff out the way.
Yeah, you like me. I just been buying parts.
Yeah.
I ain't putting nothing on.
Trying to do one thing at a
Yeah.
time. Painted last, but probably next gonna be probably my interior. Gonna hit and swap it.
Yeah.
And I got about a QA1 suspension kit to put on there.
Yeah, I got all that. I've been having that for about 3 to 4 years for my two-door. I'm gonna do my OBS first, so, cause I'm gonna do a frame off on that, cause of the rust. It look like you got this lower. Is it lower?
This side, I could probably just put how I'm pulled in.
Oh, okay.
Suspension wise, everything.
Oh. You done tried the wheels yet on it? Oh, you ain't. Okay. Well, I'll cut y'all back on once I start taking everything apart for the roof. Get ready to pull the box around back. I'm not gonna start on the roof until in the morning, but I just wanted to show you this dash. I don't think I showed it to you when he was dropping it off. You can change the color, got different settings on it. Like I said, this is the one I got in I'm gonna put in my OBS, but I got the older version of this for my Landau. It's just red. This one here you can change colors. And his antenna work too. You hardly ever see the antenna go up and down. Check it out. Let me show you this Tiarra grill. Got the lights on it. It got different settings on this Tiarra grill as well. Change the color. It's red, green, blue, yellow. I don't know what the C stand for, but I don't know. Pink. Well, the pink look like a purple. Well, it might be purple. Yeah, that's purple. What the C stand for, y'all get in the comment section and let me know. And You got the white, different modes. Alright, let's get it around back. Then in the morning, I'll cut y'all back on. You can see it better now. I wanna. Here's the roof here. I think it came out of 2012 Cadillac CTS, somewhere along those years. But the owner, he supplied the roof and everything. What I'm gonna need for us installing it. Let me go over the stuff you're gonna need. You're gonna need this, the skin, cause I'm gonna weld this onto the existing roof. Also, I got this trim piece. It go on the inside when I do the headliner. And he got some drain lines. I think he got these from Home Depot to Lowe's. You're gonna need 4. 2 in the back and 2 in the front. They go right here. Also the switches and wires. Let me get a hot battery. Then I'll hook it up. Make sure everything working like it should. Alright, get everything hooked up. Now he was gonna put this in a headliner, but he decided he gonna put the switches in the dash, so I'll be taking these switches out and he gonna install them in the dash. Well, let's hit that's the shade. Let me hit the shade again. You can open the shade by itself, or when you open the roof, it'll open as well. Let's hit the roof. Looks like everything working like it should. So we're gonna go outside and take a look at the box. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do for us getting started, cutting everything out. Before I head outside, I decided to go ahead and clean this up. Somewhat straighten everything. Get rid of what I don't need, because I don't need all this back here. So I'm gonna flip it over first and take the glass out, because I gotta cut some of the inside out as well. So let me take the glass out, then we'll trim it up. Glass removed. Now I can get rid of all this double metal that I don't need, because this right here, somewhat out too far. I need a lip, so I'll be cutting pretty much this here. Then I come back and cut this. Probably, well, I need this. That's where the motor screw down at. So I still can cut a lot of this off. Like along here. Come back this way. Back down now. You get the picture. I gotta be no perfect cut, because it's not gonna be. Now I take my grinder with a cutoff wheel and cut that layer of metal off. Trimmed out. That piece here I cut off. Now I flip it over, somewhat squared off. Well, I guess I'll draw it from the back side, so I know not to get too close to this here. Let me find my marker. Now this ain't gotta be no perfect rectangle or square, or whatever it is. I just wanna somewhat clean it up. Cut this here like this, kind of round it off around this edge. And this back side, same way. I'm gonna cut this with the jigsaw. I get a cleaner cut. There you have it. I had to use it wasn't no fine metal cutting blade, but I got it cut. If I had a fine metal cutting blade, it would have cut a lot smoother than this here. But I'm gonna clean it up a lot more with this flap disc, cause I gotta grind this down to bare metal anyway to weld it. So I'm gonna clean up all this with the flap disc. I done made a mess with that little bit I just did. But this is what it looked like after I cleaned up the edge there. Let me see if I can flip it over, show you this back side. So that's the back side there. Now we'll go outside and get started on the car itself. Okay, the first thing what we're gonna do, we're gonna take all this trim off. Windshield trim, also this trim around here. Because what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna paint this car, I'm just gonna get it ready for paint. The final stage of sanding. Right before the wet sand, I'm gonna take the top off as well with a quarter top. Check out whoever painted this here. It was painted by the last truth. But let me get this trim off and get this top off. And also, I'm gonna have to remove this trim on the inside. I might leave the headline up when I cut it out. I don't know. But we'll figure that out once we get going. I pretty much got all the trim and stuff off of it. I got to get some more clips. Some of these clips was broke. And he said it was leaking up here somewhere, so I'm figuring he needs some more sealant up here. And let me show you a lot of this stuff I didn't take off. Some of the trim now. Also some in the trunk. I gotta get these rivets out the quarter top, then I'll be able to remove the quarter top. I got everything else off. It's a whole lot of stuff to take off. Let me get these rivets out, then I'll take this top off. Top is removed. I was kind of curious what I was gonna find up under this top as far as rust. There's no rust down here. It's a common spot where it rusts out. Also right here. I done seen worse. It's a hole forming here. I'm gonna check the other side, see what it looked like, and get with the owner, see what he want me to do about it as far as repairing it. But this the top removed. Now I'm ready to start cutting this out. But before I cut it out, I'm not just gonna put this up here and cut it out. I'm gonna make me a template out of cardboard first. I gotta put two pieces together because I ain't got a big enough piece. Now I take my Sharpie and I trace out the inside, also the outside. Once I get it traced out, I cut it out. Here's the template. Now, the reason why I made this because it's easy to tote around instead of trying to tote that frame around. Plus that frame don't lay flat like you want it to. So now I gotta find the center of this here, which I already done measured it. It's like 32 inches across, so 16 inches would be the center. And wherever the center at, I'm gonna put some yellow tape. I'm gonna put this yellow tape in the center, front and back. And you can see that's the center. I also marked front. This the front of the roof itself. That's the back. Then we'll take it outside and get ready to mark the top of the car. And this is how I'm gonna find my center position. I'm gonna use this same tape. I use this body line here on the hood. Or you could use the rearview mirror sometimes, because this should be centered as well. And on the back side, it's the same way. I go by this body line. And I'm gonna run a piece of tape from back to front or front to back. That's gonna get my center position. See my tape? Now I take my template, put it up and find my position as far as where I want to put it. As long as I got my tape lines together, I'll be good. I can slide it back or forward. Just depends on how you want it. But I gotta take in consideration the top trim goes right here, so I can't take it back like this here. But if I had a ball head box Chevy or a full top, I could. But this LS, so quarter top, gotta take that in consideration. I think I'm gonna have something like that. Once you find your position, get you a Sharpie. We're gonna trace this template out. Make sure you stay centered. We're gonna trace the inside and the outside. Which you really don't need to trace the inside, but I'm tracing it anyway. Now I can remove my template. Now you can see where the roof going. Like I said, you really don't have to trace the inside out. I just did it for reference so you can see. Now we need to look on the back side of the actual frame that I'm putting in and see how much room I got to play with for us up in here. Because I'm gonna have to trace this out, not trace that, but I'm gonna have to go in here and cut the metal. So let me check and see how much I got room to play with on the driver's side. I say on each side, I would say 3/4 of an inch. So I take, let me see, my Sharpie. Then I mark 3/4 from there. Let me see if I can do it. I do that all the way down on both sides because I know I got that much to play with. Now let's do the front and back. The front, I got more to play with. I would say be on the safe side, 1.5 inches. I'm gonna do 1.5 inches on the front, and on the back, I do 1.25 inches. 1.25 inches on the back, 1.5 inches on the front. So this the back here. What I say, 1.25 inches? Yeah. Around about right here. I'm gonna do that all the way. Along the back, 1.5 inches on the front. Now I get my straight edge and play connect the dots. You can see all my marks there. Just that simple. Do the same way with the front. I think I'm gonna call it a day, y'all. For now. It's getting dark on me. I'd rather start on the cut tomorrow. And plus I need some fine metal cutting blades as well, so I might make a run to I finna say Home Depot, Harbor Freight. But you can see my line here. This line and that line disregard those lanes. This the only lane we concentrating on. That's the lane we're gonna cut out. So I'll cut y'all back on in the morning. Early in the morning, I went to Harbor Freight last night, got some more jigsaw blades. And as I was looking around this morning, I actually had some blades. I just got stuff laying all over the place. And then I never thought about I could have cut it out with my body saw. I got plenty of blades for the body saw. But I figured that out which way I'm gonna cut it with the jigsaw, the body saw. Now I'm about to tackle this rust on this side and the other side. I had contacted the owner. He told me to go ahead and repair it. So it's gonna be in a separate video. So once I get this done, I'll cut y'all back on. We'll finish the top. Here's the repair. If y'all wanna see that video there, it should be popping up. I also have it down in the description. Y'all wanna go check it out. Now it's time to cut the top. I'm gonna use the jigsaw, but I'm gonna put some starting points with this cutoff wheel. See if I can put one right here and show you. That's so I have something to put my jigsaw blade in instead of drilling the hole. Got the metal cut out. As you can see, I was running into a problem. I kept breaking jigsaw blades, but it was hitting this double metal here. So I'm gonna have to cut this out. Then I'll be good to go. Drop it in, see if it fit. There's everything cut out. Let me show you. It's the headliner. I might use this when I make the other one. I'm not sure right now. And here's the frame. Gonna test it. Hopefully it fit, no problem. Everything went down well. I just gotta pull the two metals together when I weld it. But you can see the outline when I traced out from the jump. Take it to the other side. I can slide this back some, around about right there. Now I take the flap disc, same way I did this here, and grind it down the metal, because we need bare metal to be able to weld both pieces together. So we're gonna grind this down. I'm actually gonna take down the whole top because there's some rust spots. But for now, we're just gonna grind this down for now, so I can go ahead and start welding. Started sprinkling on me, so I had to bring it on the inside. But let me show you. I know I said I was just gonna grind from here back down the bare metal for the time being, but eventually I was gonna take all of it down the bare metal. So I went on and took all this top down with the flap disc, but I'm gonna take the, let me show you, I'm gonna take the DA I got 80 grit on this DA. I'm gonna take it and go back over it. Cause on this side you can see where the rust was. All up in here. So I'm gonna try to clean that up some more. I still gotta bring this down somewhat, son. But around the sides, pretty good. Ain't no rust. I just finished up marking out my opening. 16 inches because it's 32 inches apart. So I put the tape 16 inches like I did the template. Now I get ready to set my frame in place. Got it set in place. Now I'm gonna take my marker. Just mark the corners. In case it move, I know where it need to be. I took the grinder with the flap disc on it. I took this down to bare metal so I have somewhere to put the clamps when I start welding. But before you start welding, you want to make sure you cover up all the glass and the seats interior because the sparks will get on and damage it. See, I got it well covered. Now I start welding. I'm gonna put a tack here, probably jump down to here, and so on. I'll be tacking it so I won't heat up the metal and warp it, which is somewhat not laying down right here, so I'll probably start here. I'm gonna have to push it down. Push this in. We'll push it up from the bottom. Give you an update for us to welding. You can see I'm spotting it. Going back, filling it in. I still gotta do a lot of this here. I'm gonna make it solid. I'm not gonna spot it. You know, a lot of times I just spot the roof in, then fiberglass it. But the owner, he wanted solid weld all the way around. Take it to the other side and show you the weld I'm using if you ain't seen it. Lincoln 140 weld pack. I almost got it welded all the way around. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take that angle grinder with the flap disc and I'm gonna knock these welds down so I'll be able to get up in there and I'll be able to see what I need to go back and touch up. After the knockdown, now I go back and fill it in some more. Got the wheels knocked down now. Now I'm gonna take the rest of this down to bare metal. You don't have to do that, but I'm gonna do it. Everything grinded down, bare metal. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna start fiberglassing. We're gonna fiberglass this seam here with some fiberglass mat and resin. You want to make sure everything knocked down and not warped. If you got some warped areas, take your hammer and dolly, try to beat it straight. Let me show you the fiberglass resin and mat we'll be using. We're gonna be using this fiberglass resin here. But you could go to your local Home Depot, Lowe's, get you some fiberglass resin by bundle. Then I got some mat. I'm gonna cut. I might gotta open up another pack because this might not be enough. I'm gonna cut some strips. It might be enough. I'm gonna cut me some strips, about half of this here, to go along the seam. Here's my strips. Now I'm gonna mix up some resin I don't have much in here, but it's not gonna take much doing what I'm doing. I'm just gonna pour the whole container in here with what's left of it. Yeah, I gotta get every drop because this resin got real expensive. And we'll put some hardener in it. See what we got. We got 4 ounces. It's 40 drops. That should be enough. And we'll stir it up. Then we're gonna take a chip brush. I'll go ahead and take these up here where I need them. And we're gonna brush it on right along that seam now. This is gonna give it that extra security. It's waterproof, which is welded. It's welded solid, so it shouldn't leak. I ain't never had a roof leak, but it's gonna give it that extra security. Then I'm gonna take one of these strips. Lay on top of the seam. Then I take my chip brush, dab it, or you can get a roller. Soak the fiberglass mat. Just that simple. Fiberglass mat applied. I'm just gonna put one layer of mat. You can put as many as you want, pretty much. Well, I ain't gonna say as many as you want because you could build it up too high. But I'm just gonna put one layer. We're gonna let this dry, then we'll move to the next step. Okay, we got the fiberglass resin and mat. It's dried. I had to bring a heat out because the temperature has dropped. I wanted to go ahead and harden up so I won't have to wait so long. But now we're gonna knock this down with some 80 grit on the DA. That's the DA. I'm just gonna knock it down somewhat smooth. Got anything sticking up like the hairs here. Clean it all up. Fiberglass mat knocked down. Now I'm gonna take some fiberglass filler. It's fiberglass reinforced filler here, like USC Duraglass. I'm gonna wipe a coat of all the way around over this fiberglass mat. Somewhat make this transition a lot smoother. All right, got my fiberglass filler. I'm gonna take it up here, wipe some on. Just mixing a little at a time. I'll go back and mix some more. Pretty much all you gotta do. All right, let me mix up some more. Finish on up. Here's the fiberglass filler. I just wiped the last little bit on. I'm gonna let this dry. Then I'm gonna take the same DA with 80 grit and knock this down. This is what I got here. Once I knocked it down with the DA, I seen some low areas. I just went back and wiped those, skim coat with some more fiberglass filler. Now I sand this down, then we'll move to the next step. All right, the next step, see we got this knocked down, somewhat smooth. Now we're gonna put some body filler on it, because body filler easier to sand than trying to sand this fiberglass filler. And plus the body filler, it feather edge, will feather out better, so you can get a real good feather edge from the metal into the filler. Here's the body filler we'll be using by USC. I'm gonna wipe a skim coat over the entire area. Give me something good to block. Guess we'll start right here with the white. I'm gonna wipe it all the way to the edge so I can get a good block and feather edge. Them dogs out there fighting. Y'all hearing? What they playing? They want to be all in the video like P. Diddy. Let me see if I can get y'all a shot. It done got dark, so you probably can see Roy out there working in them dogs. Let me hurry up for this filler dry. But that's all you gotta do. Here's the skim coat, a body filler. We're gonna let this dry. Cut it back on in the morning. I think I done did enough work for the day. Okay, the filler is dry now. Now it's time. I know I said I was gonna wait till in the morning, but I just came out here, it's like 9 o'clock. I decided to come out here and get some more work done. But the filler dry. So now it's time to start blocking. But before we block it, we're gonna knock it down again with the DA. Knock this top layer of the fill off. It's much easier to block once you knock the top layer off. So let's do that. What I'm doing now, I'm just going around this edge, knocking down this filler that ran over the edge somewhat, making this transition a lot smoother. Plus I'm scuffing it up so the painter has something to bond to as well. I finished knocking down the rest of it. I think I got a little bit more over here. Okay, now what I do, I take my blow hose, I got it here. I blow all this dust up off of it. Alright, now you can see it's a lot smoother. Now I can start getting ready to block it. I'm gonna put a guide coat on it, dry guide coat. Shake it up. I like using dry guide coat now because it get dust anyway when you start sanding this filler. But before I wet sand, I use some spray paint. But right now, dry guide coat will work good because you're gonna get dust anyway. You can see what I'm doing. Now, it's time to start blocking. Before we start hand blocking, we're gonna take this straight line sander and get it smooth as we can with this here before we start hand blocking. It'll make our job a lot easier. So let me hook it up, get the air hose. And what this guide coat gonna do, it's gonna let us know all our low areas, what we need to go back and address. If you still see guide coat, that means the area is low. You got to keep coming down, and once you hit metal, you can't go down no more unless you knock the metal down. So you got to feel or knock the metal down. Now you can see, well, you still see the guide coat right here. This area here low. So we gotta keep on bringing this down. So it'll be nothing but the filler you see. You don't wanna see no black guide coat. I got enough filler in here where I'll be able to bring it down. Got it knocked down with the straight line sander. Let me show you some spots, some areas. See this area here? It was high. I sanded below the filler. This here's the fiberglass filler. You still can see somewhat some of the guide coat right here, but it's not no big deal because I can block that out by hand. That was high. This was high also. And right there you see the fiberglass mat. That was high. I got some low areas back here in the back. This was low here because I'm right there. I'm hitting the metal there, so I can put some filler there. Fill that on up. And this is the spot that I showed you when I first started with the straight line. This spot and that spot. Those low, so I'm gonna fill them up. That was high. This here somewhat low. And that's somewhat low. So, got me some filler here. We're gonna mix it up and lightly skim coat those areas. And this gonna be it for the night this time. I'm gonna wipe this and I'll come back out here tomorrow and hit those areas, the repairs that I'm filling up now. Then we'll be ready for hand blocking. That's what everybody like, the hand block. No, I'm just kidding. I think I mixed up a little bit too much. It look like some trash in it, like right there. Gonna get that out the way. I'll never get a smooth spread with that trash in it. think that'll be good for now. I think that'll be good on that one. Put a little bit here. Also a little bit here. Skim coat. Over here. Where I started hitting bare metal. See if I can find some more spots that I can wipe since I got it mixed up. I think I used it all up. What y'all think? I believe that ought to do it. I see a little spot here. See one here. Trash done got in it. Everything else should be good. All the spots that I wipe. Alright, as you can see, I done hit this with the straight line sander. All the repairs. Now it's time to start hand blocking. I'm gonna be using 80 grit. I got 2 blocks here. I'm gonna use this longer block. It's best to use the largest block you can. You're gonna get it a lot flatter than if I use this smaller block. I'm gonna put some guide coat on it as well. Dry guide coat like I did before. Alright, guide coat applied. Now it's time to hand block. It's gonna be the same way what we did with the straight line sander, removing the guide coat. If I can get this paper off of it, we'll get started. You want to keep it flat. You can go on the X pattern. Once all the guide coat removed, you're good to go. Just finished up with all the blocking. Gotta blow it off now, but I'm gonna pull it outside so I can blow it off. Also blow the shop out because I got dust everywhere. Then we'll get ready to start shooting our first coat of primer. Back in the shop, everything blowed off. Now I mask up the car. I'm gonna put some plastic over the entire car. Just gonna be spraying from here up. Also from here up. Finished up with the masking, as you can see. Also wiped it down with some wax and grease remover. I think I'm gonna go with some epoxy primer first, even though I'm shooting some direct metal primer, but I'm gonna go with some epoxy primer. Probably 1 coat of epoxy, then I shoot about two to 3 coats of high beer. Here's the epoxy. Just finished spraying it. You can tell it's still flashing. I'm gonna spray 2 to 3 coats of high beer. Here's 3 coats of primer. Take it to the other side. I put it a little thick on the ends here on both sides because I was trying to get this here feather edge. You probably can see, that line, especially right there. We're gonna put a guide coat on it now. Flat black spray paint. Lightly misting it on. You know, before we use the dry guide coat, which this primer, blocking this primer ain't gonna be as dusty as blocking a body filler. So we're gonna use this spray paint. That's all you gotta do. Now we'll start blocking. Remove this 80 grit. And how we're gonna remove the 80 grit scratches from the panel, we're gonna use 180. It's 180 here. Take my sheet off for it. It's gonna be the same process as before. I'm going in the X pattern. Removing the guide coat. It's just gonna be a lot faster than before because it's pretty much flat now. We just removing the 80 grit scratches out and fine tuning it. But you can see right here, that area there somewhat low. A little bit more blocking, it'll be out. There you have it. All right, I just finished sanding everything, but I found one spot that I gotta fill because I started hitting brown metal, so I can't block this no further. I'm gonna fill it with some 2-part glazing putty. This liquid gold is all I'm gonna need. Once I fill it and block it, I'll be ready to shoot my last run of primer. Okay, what I'm doing now, I gotta drill these holes to attach the quarter top. It's a piece of trim go here, and they got some clips that go down in some holes. I got this one and another one on the other side, but I lost the 6 in the middle because when I cut this piece here out, these the holes I'm talking about. Some plastic, I guess you can call them washers, whatever, go down in them. What I did, I just ran a piece of tape from one end to the other. Then I came back and made my mark. And I'm just gonna drill the hole straight down the middle. All right, got the holes taken care of. Now it's time to prime. We're gonna spot prime first. We're gonna hit our filler areas that I cut through. Also, I got some bare metal spots I'll be hitting as well. Then I'll go back and prime the whole thing. following morning. Everything good and dry. Then we'll unmask it, install the glass, run the drain lines, the wiring, pretty much everything after this here. So let me unmask it, then I guess we'll pull it outside and start doing that. Alright, got it unmasked. I guess we'll run the drain lines first. Let me show you the plan. We got 2 in the back to run and 2 in the front. The back ones, they come out, they need to be round about right here, but I'm gonna run them down the C-pillar here. So we're gonna have to take this this here off. I'm gonna run it down this here. Let me pop the trunk. We're gonna have to drill a hole over the wheel well in the trunk. Let me find this key right quick. Like I got it right here. Now in the trunk, once I take it down the C-pillar, it's gonna come out right about up in here, and I'm gonna run the line down through over the wheel well. But I'm gonna have to drill the hole from out here. I'm gonna drill the hole round about up in here, straight up over the tire. Let me find this drill bit that I'm gonna be using. Here go the lines here. Get a bit out, somewhat the size, if I got one. But this the largest one I got. Let me see here. We can make it work because I got a step bit. I just drill the hole and step it up. All right, let's put this bit on our drill, and then we'll go ahead and drill these holes. I got this side here ran. Let me show you. Coming out the C-pillar here, I got enough slack to hook it up to the tray. I had jacked the car up so I can have enough room to get my drill. To drill that hole. See it's coming out right here. Let me show you in the trunk. Then I got it here. All you gotta do for us the back. I'm gonna do the other side same way. All right, let me take care of that, and then we'll move on. I about got all the drain lines ran. I just gotta stick this one down through there. I want to show you where I put it. See, I got the line up here going down behind on the side of the dash, down through there. I like to get smaller lines, but the owner, he got these thick lines. It's kind of hard to put the A-pillars on with these thick lines. But I got it going down through there, out here. Then I got 2 holes drilled. It's gonna be 2 different metals you gotta drill through. This top one, then there's a bottom one on down. Then I just stick the holes down through there. Then this couple, go back over it. Same way with that side. Let's see how I got it. Now I put the glass in, then I get ready to do the wiring. Y'all see me and Raw got the glass in. Now I'm working on the wires. But I can show you the drain tubes here. Got the one back there, it connects right here. The front, I just gotta trim it off, so. But the wires here, I gotta extend them because he gonna run the wire somewhere up in here. So I'm gonna take them out this overhead console, take the switches out, and I just have the wires hanging from here. And he can put them up in there whenever he get a chance to. But that's what I'm gonna do now. Take them out of here and see how much more wiring I'm gonna need and go from there. All right, I'm finished doing all the wiring. Let me show you what I got for us the back. Well, let me see. See, I had to extend these. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna loom them up in here. Then I'm gonna tuck them over this here. And on my ground, I got my ground grounded off right here. And let me show you for us the front. I just gotta clean the wiring up. This is what I was talking about for us, this big tubing. That A-pillar be somewhat hard to go on once you put all this up in it. But for us, my power source, I got it running to the, I think the turn signal, yeah. So it just worked with the ignition on. And I got the switches right here, just hanging. I think he gonna install them there. But I just added a fuse with let me show you. If I can find it. I just used one of these, add a fuse. And I tapped into the turn signal. But once I clean everything up, I'll give you a look at it for the controls and how it works. I just finished up cleaning up the wiring for the most part. I still gotta hook the drain lines up, but I'm not gonna hook them up. I just wanna run them because I'm gonna take this glass back out because the owner, he just wanted me to install it and get it ready for paint. But I told him I paint it. He got some paint left over from him painting another car, and he gonna paint this somewhat the same color. So I said I'll put some color on it just to give him an idea of how it's gonna look. Plus, that's another video. But let me show you something right here. You see this glass is sitting down too far right here. I gotta adjust that. I gotta bring that up, even up with the surface. And on this back side, it's kind of sitting low right there too. But on this back side, it's sitting high. So I'm gonna play with it, adjust it, and once I finish adjusting it, then I'll cut y'all back on and show y'all how I operate. Panoramic installed. Let me walk you around it first. For us, the body work. Y'all recall it was rust here on both sides. I got a video on that if y'all want to check it out. It'll be down in the description. Should be popping up as well. But this the roof. Like I said, I will be painting from here up. So y'all stay tuned for that video. Let's go around now. Turn the ignition on so I can show you the operation of it. See, I got the switches here. Guess we'll do the shade. It's the shade button here. Now on the shade, like when you open it up, it'll open up the shade as well. You see. Now if you hit it again, it'll push this on back some more. It also got a tilt. You just got to go back the other way. That's the tip. That's pretty much it. This back glass is stay stationary. Y'all get in the comment section, let me know what y'all think about it.
From the ground up, we never stop. Right from